This is Curt Frantz for Infowars at Infowars.com and Prison Planet at PrisonPlanet.com. This is a message for Trump supporters who are sometimes doubters and naysayers and believing that the president made a mistake. I'm not talking to the Trump haters, the America haters, because these are not rational people and it doesn't matter what data and reason you give them, it doesn't have any influence. So those who are his supporters but are the doubters, you've been wrong too many times in the past. Have some humility and learn from your errors. When he was talking tough with Kim Jong-un, or about Kim Jong-un, Mr. Rocket Man, are you going to start a nuclear war? But that's not how it's turned out. When he was doing trade tariffs on China for steel and aluminum, oh, are you going to start a trade war? That ends up being the right thing. When he agrees to sign any immigration bill that the Democrats give him, that Congress gives him, oh, you're caving to the Democrats on amnesty. But he showed them up, is what happened. When he signs this big omnibus bill, gives the Democrats everything they want, didn't get a wall. What he's given them doesn't mean they have to spend that money. It's not necessarily booked to be spent. He makes that call. When he agrees to a bump stock ban. Bump stocks are easy to implement in many ways. You don't need to buy a bump. You can use a belt to do what effectively a bump stock does. Oh, you're caving on the Second Amendment. He shoots rockets into Syria. Oh, you're going to start World War III. As if he didn't talk with Putin in advance, and it's clear afterwards that he did, because there were no casualties. This was part of the bigger game. He has to watch the big story. He has to take the world view, not the particulars. So that was done for North Korea and China and Iran, as well as Russia and Syria. It was the right move. Move the embassy in Jerusalem and Israel to Jerusalem. Oh, you're going to start a war in the Middle East. No, that was the right move, and people now accept that. So you go down this line, and what the guy does has been the right thing. Even with naysayers who are supposed supporters claiming that he was wrong for doing it. Or he should hire this guy, or he should fire that guy, or shouldn't have hired this guy, whether it's Sessions or Comey or Rosenstein or Bolton. He admits that hiring Sessions as AG was wrong after Sessions reclused himself. He said, all right, that was a mistake. But to fire him now, that could also be a mistake. We don't know, although people are saying he should be doing that. There's a lack of humility and maybe less loyalty and commitment to this president than there should be. That's what this guy depends on, the loyalty of those who support him and the MAGA agenda. Here's a man who is much smarter than those who support him and who are sometimes naysayers. He's far more successful. He's far more experienced in life and in business and in negotiation and in deal making. He has access to far more data. He has access to far more intelligent and experienced people. He has sacrificed more. He has risked more. He has shown more courage than any of these people. He has at least as much love and commitment to this country, to its people, to its founding principles as anyone else. And to sort of snip and sit and snipe at some of the things he's done just as he's doing them, that's inappropriate. That's a form of disloyalty. When you're in the presence of a master, when you have a chance to sit close to the master and see what he does, yeah, masters will make mistakes. It goes without saying, there's nobody perfect. There's nothing perfect, especially when it comes to human endeavor. So mistakes will be made. But to think that you're going to be able to spot them as they're being made, hubris. Yeah, wait and see. Hold your tongue. Your best bet is to sort of look and watch and say, well, I would have thought this might have been better, but we'll see how it plays off. Or speculate, here's why that might have been the right call, even though I didn't think that it was. Then after the fact, when you saw you were wrong, or you thought you were wrong, what you thought was wrong, explain that. That's learning. Share when you learn. That's a good thing to do. When you make mistakes and call things errors when they're not errors, and you don't acknowledge them, and you don't learn from them, that's a problem. It's your problem, not the president's problem, not the MAGA's problem. Have some humility, have some perspective, and show the loyalty and commitment. This is Curt Frantz reporting for Infowars at Infowars.com and Prison Planet at prisonplanet.com.